Most people misunderstand greatness. They think it's something innate, a talent you're born with, a skill you inherit, or a lucky streak that falls into your lap. But here's the hard truth. Greatness is not a gift, it's a choice. It's a relentless decision to push beyond comfort, mediocrity, and excuses every single day. Greatness does not come from waiting for the perfect circumstances or relying on luck. It comes from discipline, sacrifice, and the courage to keep going when everyone else has quit. The world celebrates those who are great, but it rarely acknowledges the unseen struggles, the countless failures, and the sleepless nights that forged them. If you want to become great, you must first accept that the path is hard, often lonely, and requires more persistence than most are willing to give. Most people are not prepared for the discomfort that greatness demands. They chase temporary motivation, waiting for inspiration to strike, or they follow trends, hoping for shortcuts. They avoid pain, criticism, and hard choices, believing they can somehow reach the top without enduring struggle. But greatness is built in the invisible moments, in the early mornings, late nights, and decisions no one sees. It is forged in the discipline to do what must be done, not what is easy. Every act of consistency, every refusal to quit, every choice to embrace discomfort compounds over time, slowly building the foundation for extraordinary achievement. Another hard truth is that greatness isolates you. As you pursue it, not everyone will understand your vision. Friends may question your priorities, family may doubt your choices, and colleagues may resent your progress. The higher you climb, the more you stand apart. Greatness requires independence of thought and the courage to remain committed even when no one else believes in you. This isolation is not a flaw. It is a sign that you are moving beyond ordinary boundaries. You must embrace it as part of the process, because the people who are willing to understand your journey will be few, and the ones who doubt you will often challenge you at every step. Greatness is also misunderstood because most people fear failure more than they desire success. They are willing to dream, but they are not willing to risk. They want the results without the trial, the recognition without the grind. But failure is the crucible of greatness. Every mistake, setback, and rejection is a lesson in disguise. Those who become truly great do not avoid failure. They embrace it. They analyze it, learn from it, and use it to improve. They understand that the path to greatness is paved with obstacles, and the faster you learn to navigate them, the faster you grow. Greatness demands ownership. You cannot wait for permission, validation, or approval. You must take responsibility for your growth, your failures, and your victories. Greatness is the result of deliberate choices, not chance. It requires the courage to set audacious goals, to hold yourself accountable, and to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Most people fail to achieve greatness because they are unwilling to step fully into responsibility. They want someone else to guide them, validate them, or tell them it's safe. But the hard truth is this: greatness is not safe. It is not easy, and it is not given. It is earned by those who choose to claim it. Greatness is not free. Every individual who achieves extraordinary success pays a price, a cost most people never see or are unwilling to acknowledge. The first sacrifice is time. While others are scrolling through social media, binge-watching shows, or chasing temporary pleasures, those who become great are investing hours into learning, creating, practicing, and refining their craft. They understand that every hour spent deliberately moving toward their goals compounds over time, while hours wasted are irrecoverable. The world will tempt you with distractions, and if you give in, your progress will stagnate. Greatness requires vigilance over how you spend your most valuable resource, time, and the discipline to prioritize what truly matters, even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. Another sacrifice is comfort. Most people want success, but they want it without discomfort. They avoid challenges, difficult conversations, and situations that push them out of their safe zone. But comfort is the enemy of greatness. Every breakthrough requires stretching beyond familiar limits, enduring discomfort, and confronting fear. Whether it's waking up early to train your body and mind, working late to perfect your craft, or taking risks that could end in failure, the path to greatness is lined with uncomfortable choices. Those who refuse to endure discomfort settle for mediocrity, while those willing to embrace it climb higher than they ever imagined. Greatness also demands sacrificing approval. People who strive for extraordinary results often face criticism, judgment or skepticism from friends, family, and colleagues. Others may question their vision, mock their ambition, or doubt their abilities. Choosing greatness often means prioritizing your goals over pleasing everyone around you. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Approval is optional, but results are mandatory. You cannot let the fear of judgment dictate your choices. Every step toward greatness requires courage and the willingness to stand alone when necessary. Relationships are another area where sacrifice is inevitable. Those who become great often invest immense energy into their growth, leaving less time for socializing or maintaining certain friendships. This doesn't mean abandoning relationships, but it does mean understanding that your priorities may diverge from those of people who are content with mediocrity. True greatness often requires saying no to activities, people, or habits that drain your focus or energy. It's a disciplined selection of where you invest your emotional, mental, and physical resources. This is why many highly successful people appear solitary. They are not antisocial. They are purposeful in how they spend their time and energy. Greatness requires sacrificing the illusion of immediate results. The world glorifies instant gratification, viral fame, or overnight success stories. But most extraordinary achievements are the result of years of invisible effort. The sacrifices you make today, the discipline, the persistence, the rejections endured, and the failures faced often remain unseen until the results manifest. This can be discouraging, but patience is one of the most essential virtues of greatness. You must be willing to endure long periods of hard work without external validation, trusting that the consistent effort you invest now will eventually produce monumental results. Greatness is earned through intentional sacrifices, time, comfort, approval, relationships, and the expectation of instant results. Those who avoid these sacrifices will never reach the heights they dream of, while those who embrace them cultivate resilience, focus, and an unstoppable drive that sets them apart. Every choice to endure discomfort, prioritize purpose over pleasure, and remain committed in the face of doubt compounds into the extraordinary achievements that define greatness. Greatness is as much a mental battle as it is a physical or skill-based one. The truth that few are willing to acknowledge is that your mind will be your greatest obstacle on the road to achieving extraordinary success. Fear, self-doubt, distraction, and temptation will attack relentlessly, often at the moments when you feel closest to breaking through. The ability to endure these mental battles, what we call mental toughness, is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up long before their potential is realized. Mental toughness begins with embracing failure as a teacher. No one becomes great without experiencing setbacks, mistakes, and disappointments. Many people give up after a single failure, assuming it defines their capabilities. Great people, however, see failure as feedback, as raw data that guides their next steps. Each rejection, mistake, or misstep is a lesson in resilience, adaptability, and problem-solving. You cannot reach extraordinary heights without repeatedly confronting failure and using it to strengthen your resolve rather than weaken it. Another key element is emotional control under pressure. The path to greatness is filled with stress, uncertainty, and high stakes. The ability to remain calm, focused, and deliberate in the midst of chaos is what enables consistent progress. Those who crumble under pressure allow temporary discomfort to dictate their long-term results. Greatness requires the discipline to manage your thoughts and emotions, to prevent fear or anger from controlling your decisions, and to maintain unwavering focus on your goals even when circumstances are unfavorable. Mental toughness is built by facing adversity head-on, not avoiding it. Consistency and persistence are also central to mental strength. Ordinary people quit when motivation fades, when the novelty wears off, or when progress seems slow. Great people continue regardless of how they feel, understanding that discipline outlasts motivation. The journey toward greatness is long and often invisible to others. It requires daily commitment, sometimes for years without applause or recognition. Your ability to show up every day, persist through doubt, and act when no one is watching is what ultimately defines your success. Mental toughness also demands self-reliance and accountability. You cannot depend on external validation, encouragement, or permission to become great. Others may doubt you, criticize you, or fail to support your vision, and that's part of the reality of life. True mental strength comes from taking full responsibility for your actions, your growth, and your results. When you realize that your success is in your own hands and that no one else is obligated to guide, motivate, or approve you, you gain a power that cannot be taken away. This ownership transforms fear into determination and uncertainty into clarity of purpose. Mental toughness is cultivated through embracing discomfort and uncertainty. Growth rarely happens within the boundaries of ease and familiarity. Greatness requires confronting challenges that feel impossible, pursuing goals that seem distant, and acting even when outcomes are uncertain. The people who achieve extraordinary results are not fearless. They simply refuse to let fear stop them. They learn to lean into discomfort, to find strength in adversity, and to persist when most would quit. Over time, this repeated practice of facing the uncomfortable builds an unshakable mindset, a mental resilience that allows them to endure and thrive where others fail. Greatness is forged in the mind before it is realized in the world. Mastery of self, resilience in the face of setbacks, unwavering persistence, and the courage to confront fear and uncertainty are what define those who rise above mediocrity. Talent, opportunity, or external conditions may help, but without mental toughness, they are insufficient. To become great, you must develop an ironclad mind capable of enduring adversity, making tough decisions, and continuing forward when the path is steepest. Greatness is rarely about bursts of inspiration. It is about daily discipline. Ordinary people wait for motivation to strike. Great people act, whether they feel like it or not. Discipline is the unseen force that turns consistent effort into extraordinary results. It's waking up early when the world sleeps, showing up when no one notices, and doing what others avoid because it's uncomfortable. Talent may open doors, but discipline keeps you moving through rejection, setbacks, and boredom. The small, repeated actions, sticking to routines, prioritizing what matters, and refusing shortcuts compound into unstoppable momentum. In the end, greatness is earned not in moments of inspiration, but in the quiet consistency of disciplined action day after day. If you're serious about taking action in your life, stop waiting and start now. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Because here on this channel, we bring you daily motivation, life-changing insights, and the push you need to stop procrastinating and start achieving. Don't just watch, take action, and let's rise together.